find a better business anytime.
Let's get started. All right, Spartan, let's get started. Today we're going to do a little something I like to call Halo Hellfire. It's a series of exercises that will test your endurance, strength, and willpower. But don't worry, I'll be with you every step of the way. First up, squats while holding a plasma rifle. Keep your back straight and your knees aligned. You don't want to end up like a grunt on the battlefield with a plasma burn on your butt. Come on, Spartan, you're doing great. Now let's see if you're ready for the next challenge. We're going to do deadlifts with a crate of UNSC ammo. Grab the handles, plant your feet shoulder width apart, and lift with your legs. Remember, proper form is key. Now let's move on to push-ups on a balance ball in zero gravity. This one's all about control and balance. Don't let the ball get away from you, or you'll be bouncing around like a jackrabbit. Next, we're going to do lunges on a pile of Covenant weapons. You want to make sure your knees don't touch the ground or you'll be sorry. Trust me, I've been there. And if you're feeling really brave, I can show you how to lift weights with a set of Spartan armor gloves. But be careful, those gloves pack a punch. You don't want to accidentally knock out your spotter. Remember, Spartan, you're tougher than a brute and smarter than an elite. Keep pushing yourself and you'll achieve your fitness goals in no time. All right, Spartan, buckle up. We're hitting the road. This is going to be a long journey, so we need to be prepared for anything. First things first, let's check the Warthog. We need to make sure it's in top condition for the journey ahead. Tires, weapons, and fuel all look good. We're good to go. As we head out, I'll be your driver and tour guide. I'll show you all the sights and sounds of the galaxy. We'll pass by planets, space stations, and even the occasional UNSC base. Along the way, we'll need to make a few pit stops for fuel, food, and rest. But don't worry, I've got everything under control. We'll find the best spots for grub and rest, and we'll be back on the road in no time. And of course, we'll need some entertainment for the road. I've got a playlist of classic rock, techno, and even some UNSC battle hymns to keep us pumped up and ready for anything. As we get deeper into our journey, we may encounter some obstacles like enemy fire or rough terrain. But with a Spartan by your side, you have nothing to worry about. I'll keep us safe and on track. Finally, as we reach our destination, I want to thank you for being an excellent travel companion. You're a true Spartan, and I couldn't have asked for a better road trip, buddy.
Why did it cut off? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What
I
garbage?
hope I don't
bro?
say anything controversial while the microphone is on. You thought you could trick me, motherfucker. Psych.
Dude, you
I'm not gonna
literally,
get
you
canceled.
literally saw me like.
Yeah,
move.
but there was the one time where I was talking about. I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm like, wait a minute, are we live?
That shit was so funny though.
Yeah, but what if I said something? Not that I would ever say anything out of pocket. But what if I
Bullshit.
said something out of pocket?
Bullshit. So, JJ.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
Hi. It's been a while.
Dude, it's been
2 weeks.
2 weeks, bro.
2 whole weeks, and I said I would make a video, and I didn't because I
A lazy piece of shit. You suck.
Yeah, I started an 8th playthrough of Skyrim. So.
Really?
Yeah, no, actually, I booted it up again, and then I kind of lost myself in the sauce. Sorry.
Do you like
not care about this channel anymore?
Do you hate yourself? Yeah, do you hate this channel?
No, well, actually, I got hired by this guy named, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Elon Musk. He said, hey, what should I rename Twitter? And I was like, I don't know. So instead of saying words, I just said a bunch of letters. And I was like, I don't know, X or something like that. And he's like, that seems like a good idea.
Honestly,
like,
fair enough.
I'm just kidding. Did you hear that he had a giant X on the top of the building of Twitter HQ with the light and stuff? And then the city of New York was like, or I think it was New York, were like, you don't have a fucking permit for that. And then he was like, suck my balls. And then he had to take it down. He's so fucking stupid. I don't understand how this man.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that last statement. I don't even know how.
Whoa, I didn't know that happened. Well, that's cool. If you look up Barbie on Google, it does a little sparkly thing. It makes the website pink. Or the web page. Since it's a search engine. It's not. Da-da-da-da. Anyways,
You were too
so
fucking funny.
I know. I'm
Wow.
sorry. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
totally humble.
Dude, humble brag all the way. Oh, I guess we'll touch on this real quick.
Damn, that's so crazy. It's 6.
I think when did he send that? Probably like at 5:59 or something like that. He's such a little clown. What a little goofball. This Markeith guy is.
I don't even know who Markeith is.
He's a guy.
Who?
He's a guy.
Who?
You know, Star
Who
Lord.
cares
Hey, come on.
about him?
You're not nice. You're not a nice fucking person, actually.
I'm gonna see when he messaged it. It's not telling me, but
Great.
stream's
We're
going.
so
Everything's
fucking
good,
professional. Yeah.
and we're super prepared. It's not like we are.
So prepared. Anyways, welcome back, guys. I just wanted to quickly touch on one thing before we start any of this, like subject-wise, and that's Gal Gadot possibly being in Wonder Woman 3 or having a Wonder Woman 3 in production. No. If you're going to recast Superman, Batman, and most other Mary Tree characters, no.
Yeah, but you keep forgetting, you dummy.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Gal Gadot is a woman that people find attractive.
I mean, it's true, but she's a terrible actress.
I think she's alright.
No.
It's alright. It's alright.
No. She. No.
Be honest. It's alright. Like, it's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible, but it's not good. Period.
I want you to put her fucking leotard on and tell me it's not good.
You know who I think would have been a better casting for her?
Who?
But she's already She-Hulk, is the She-Hulk actress. She's a little scrawnier, but if she fits the part more.
No, yeah, Trap Lord, 100% Gal Gadot. I'll look it up, and then we'll start this. We'll also pull up.
Yeah, no, it is bullshit. Like, because already the Wonder Woman origin is just kind of like very fake. Thank you, Trap Lord, for agreeing with me. It's like, oh, they're Amazonians and stuff. Just do the New 52 origin, which is like Greek mythology. Just make it all Greek mythology, make it cool as shit, and make it a younger Wonder Woman, all right? Gal Gadot had, let's see, Justice League. She's cameoed in a bunch of other shit. 2 Wonder Woman movies. She's been Wonder Woman, all right? Like, if we're rebooting the entire shit, let's reboot the entire fucking thing, even though The Flash really didn't do that. Like it promised it would.
Yeah, but
because Aquaman is still around.
You keep forgetting.
Don't just say that
she's an attractive woman. That's all there is.
You know what? I might as well just be like talking to a wall.
Yeah, but you know I'm right. Like,
no, I don't think that's the sole reason. There's no way that's the sole reason.
Why?
I don't fucking know. But I know it's definitely not that. It just doesn't, unless if they label it as an Elseworld, that I don't understand what they're doing. Like, everyone has agreed with fucking James Gunn's decisions so far. Everyone's pretty much been on board except for the Snyder Bros. And then this is potential. Now, granted, James Gunn tweeted a while back, he's like, unless if it comes from my mouth, don't fucking trust it. And so far, James has been silent. It's only Gal Gadot being like, yeah, we're tossing up the idea that Wonder Woman 3 might be a thing. So it's a little also weird that this is all happening during a actors and writers strike. I don't know what all that is about. Like, so it's just, I hope it's not fucking true. I hope, I don't know. Just either don't do this half-seat shit. Reboot the entire fucking thing, or say it's the same universe. Don't fucking play this like, oh, maybe it's a little bit. Fuck it. No. Reboot the fucking thing. Just get rid of it all. Get rid of Henry Cavill's dead. He died
Yeah,
off screen.
Henry Cavill's a man, and
He is a man. That is true.
women don't flock to the theaters. Men do.
Well, that's not necessarily true for Barbie.
Yeah, but they're not going to watch Ken. They're going to watch Barbie.
Bro, this universe is already screwed if Peacemaker continues already having
I know where she's from now. She's from Peacemaker.
Who?
Vanessa Kirby.
Oh,
Which we can dive into the next. Fuck. We could dive into the next. We could dive into the next.
What did you just do?
Nothing. The stream's still up. It's just
okay.
I got rid of our way to
interact with the fans.
To
we will be next week if you see it as well. Well, I'm gonna talk about it next week regardless. We will be talking about Ninja Turtles because I'm super hyped, but I'm seeing it Saturday, so I haven't seen it yet. But Ninja Turtles, so hyped.
Maybe I'll go see it. I don't really know yet.
It looks dope.
You know, I got shit.
You got like adult shit to do.
Yeah. Trying to make some videos and need to find as much time in the world, and also
I just burnt on cam. Are we gonna get taken down for that? Anyways, it doesn't matter. My Adventures of Superman dunks on. Yes, My Adventures of Superman. That show.
You were saying you like it, right?
It's very fucking
Last
good.
time I remember.
Yeah, Jack Wade voices Superman in that, which is odd because he's on The Boys, and that has like the worst version of Superman ever, Homelander.
Yeah.
But
but money talks.
Money does talk. My Adventures of Superman is really good. The internet's going crazy again, like they did with Amber and Invincible, where it's like, oh, Lois Lane is such a bitch because like, so basically in the show she kind of pieces together that Clark is Superman because she's a reporter. Well, she's an intern reporter, and she's like, "You're fucking Superman," and he goes, "Lois, what the fuck? No, I'm not." And then she's like, "I'm gonna jump off this cliff, and if you don't catch me, I guess I'm gonna die." So then she jumps off a cliff. He saves her, and she's like, "The one thing I hated the most was that you lied to me," kind of thing. And I do hate that trope, but like, everyone was such a big fan of that character, and then all of a sudden, the internet just went like, "I never fucking liked her. She was so stupid." I'm like, you spent the past 4 or 5 weeks being like, "Yo, she's tomboying queen," shit like that, and now you're all like turning on her, like, shut the fuck up. It's just a trope. It's fine. Like, they made it a whole fucking big deal because it's Twitter. Sorry, X.
Yeah, have some fucking respect for X.
For X. Even though it says tweet right fucking there.
No, it says X.
No, it says
tweet. No.
He said he would change it to post. It's tweet.
You can't read. Speaking of
clearly better than
speaking of characters,
yeah.
We've got some castings for the Fantastic Four, which it looks like will be front-runner by Johnny Storm and Sue Storm, not necessarily the whole cast.
Well,
what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this casting? You know, this is the guy, for those that don't know, this is the guy from Stranger Things, Eddie.
Don't pretend like you knew that. I had to fucking tell you that before stream. Fucking source your sources.
Bro.
Dude, there's a lot of hostility. I think we need to take a break. Hold on, let's go back. Fucking hate your guts.
So yeah. What do you think? Do you like the idea? I mean,
I think it's fine. Listen, I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan. I read the Jonathan Hickman run, Dan Slott run. That's about where I start and end because Dan Slott's run is not good. But Fantastic Four is cool. I think this is a good casting. I think the Vanessa Kirby is also good casting for Invisible Woman because people thought, what the fuck is Jim from The Office's name? And Emily Blunt. They're married, so they're like, oh, he should be Mr. Fantastic, and she should be Emily Blunt. Like, that's kind of boring casting to me because it's right there. It's like with Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange. That's such an obvious pick that like it doesn't really excite me. This one is like, oh, okay, I didn't actually expect that one. And Vanessa Kirby definitely didn't expect that one at all. So, yeah, no, overall that pretty good.
Yeah, and she's in Peacemaker.
Yes. You know what I would love? Okay, just another DC side tangent. So they're never gonna introduce this character in the DC universe, but there's this dude named Psycho Pirate, and he's the only character in the DC universe comics that remembers every other continuity. So like when the Earth like reboots in Infinite Crisis and all other crises, he's the only one that remembers everything. And then like people are like, "You're fucking insane. What are you talking about?" That's just his whole character. They should make that Peacemaker because he's already insane. So they should just make Peacemaker be like, "Wait, where the fuck is the big bulky Superman guy? Who the fuck is this?"
Well, isn't that what they're doing with what's it called? The Flash?
Wait, with what character?
Ezra Miller's character, The Flash.
Oh, I guess he does remember. Damn.
Yeah.
See, the Flash.
Get out of here, you
The
fucking nerd.
Flash ruins.
All
everything.
you do is have these stupid, cool ideas that would be so fun to see, but in reality, it's The Flash.
Yeah, that is crazy though. That they're gonna have Sue lead the Fantastic Four instead of Reed.
Well, yeah, because he dies.
What do you mean he dies?
Or like a different version of him dies. So like, why have him come back?
What do you mean? What? What? What do you mean a different? The movie hasn't come out. We don't know the plot, motherfucker.
John Krasinski does play Reed Richards.
Well, I don't think.
He's
No,
dead.
because they're definitely casting.
They're
They're
gonna
casting
cast him.
Mr. Reed.
But I'm saying like it
Mr.
makes
Reed.
sense that they have Sue Storm be the lead because like
But I don't think it's going to be like an alternative universe Reed coming in. I think that Reed from Doctor Strange was not part of the MCU. Otherwise, someone would have fucking mentioned him by now.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
Granted, like what do you think they're gonna do with this? Are they gonna make it like a origin story again, or will they be established characters?
They can't because I mean they.
I mean, the thing is, they can
they
because
can be before like they turn into superheroes, but like they can't just be like, oh yeah, we have superpowers or whatever, and like
I mean that's
no one's
untrue.
mentioned that.
That's untrue because Captain Marvel was around for like 40 years and then no one mentioned her.
Yeah, and everyone loved that decision.
Yeah, but that didn't stop them from making that decision.
Well, it's a stupid fucking decision.
Have you seen Secret Invasion? Like
You know,
we just
I'll give you
fucking
this.
talked about.
I'll give you this. Maybe, okay, maybe this is the way I would do it. All right, because Fantastic Four was made in like 50s, 60s, right? So
Yeah.
the way I would do it is, let's say in the MCU, they have a space program. They send the Fantastic Four out there, not before they become the Fantastic Four, so they're just regular humans, scientists. They go up there, they get blasted by the radiation. They come back now to modern time with their powers or something like that. Or maybe they had their powers and worked on a time machine, but accidentally got sent to the future, aka our present. They could do it kind of that way. Or they just set the entire thing in the past, like in Captain Marvel, and then wind up coming to the future. But there's been no hints of any of that in the other MCU properties, like none. So it would just be kind of like a huge retcon. Not that I mean Marvel's a big fan of retcon with Secret Invasion.
The thing is, like Blade is not gonna have an origin. So it's canceled.
It's canceled. It's done.
Why?
Indefinite hiatus. Well, I should say Mahershala Ali has dropped out of the role. It's taken too long. They probably don't even have a script written. They don't have a fucking Reed Richards. Marvel or Disney is just fucking up real bad. They're panicking. They're thinking of selling their shit to Apple right now.
Marvel? Yeah. Apple?
Disney.
No, that's what I'm saying. Disney's thinking of selling Marvel to Apple?
No, Disney is selling Disney to Apple.
The whole company.
The whole intellectual property.
They're going to sell the entire company to
an Apple. To an Apple.
Does Apple even have that money?
Bob Iger said he would be interested in selling Disney.
That doesn't even make any sense. Disney is so much money.
They're fucking panicking.
Dude,
they're fucking shitting there. They're like Warner Brothers, because everyone was like Warner Brothers is shitting the bed. Warner Brothers shitting the bed. They got Oppenheimer and fucking Barbie, and Barbie's gonna make $1 billion fucking dollars.
Was Oppenheimer a Warner Brothers property?
Yes.
I mean, you know what'll save the movie? This movie, Fantastic Four. Galactus being the villain. Like, I mean, come on,
I absolutely hate it.
makes so much sense. You know,
Galactus is like a Thanos level threat, and we're just gonna waste him. Reportedly, it says, but we're just gonna waste him on this. You know what else they wasted Galactus in? Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's where they also wasted Galactus.
I mean, they're already wasting Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah,
they wasted his like most recognizable version in Ant-Man.
Remind me to talk about Kang thing because I have a really funny way to like retcon the whole Kang.
Just talk about it right now.
All right, I don't want to get too lost in the sauce, but you know how like Deadpool is going to be like tying into the MCU and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been screenshots of like a giant 20th Century Fox sign, like buried, right, like in ruins and stuff. So the rumor or theory that people are making is that they're gonna essentially loosely adapt the storyline Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. So like Deadpool, this is how I would kind of write the scenario. So Deadpool wants to be in the MCU, right?
Yeah.
But the TVA, aka the Loki people, are just like, all right, you can be, but you gotta X off the 20th Century Fox characters essentially, and then you can join. So I think what I would have the movie be is just Deadpool killing all the 20th Century Fox people. So like killing Ben Affleck, Daredevil, killing Elektra, killing all the X-Men and stuff. He's just going toe to toe, and then the last fight I would have be like the last 20 minutes would be like Wolverine in that costume. And he would just be like, oh, you just got the costume. Oh, now we have to kill you? What the fuck? Because fans have been clamoring for that costume and stuff. And then he would be like, all right, I'm going to the main universe. And then like the first thing he does is like, we'll see like the Ant-Man stadium, right? With all the Kangs. And they're all like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you just see explosions in the background. And they're like, what the fuck? It's just Deadpool. And he's just killing all the Kangs with like fucking guns and shit. He just kills them all. So and he's stupid. Like, there goes that.
It's so dumb.
But I would fucking love that. Would be so perfect. And it could just be that version of Kang. And then they could recast Kang or whatever they're going to do with that scenario. Or just kill Kang off just like that. Like, that would be fucking
It'd be so
hysterical.
It'd be so stupid. That. You know why? Because you think it's like dumb.
Yeah.
That like in Secret Invasion, characters who should have like had memorable emotional moments with other characters.
Well, he's just Rhodey being a Skrull the entire time.
I mean, no, all of them. Like you got to think about it. Like even like what's his name, the Hobbit guy. He was a Skrull the entire time. He's a Skrull in the first episode of Secret Invasion.
Well, no, I think he was just disguising himself.
No, he gets shot and then he's a Skrull.
Right. But I guess that is how that works. I don't know. I watched that first. Fuck Secret Invasion.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's stupid.
It is stupid.
It's so as funny as it would be,
they got rid of my favorite colonizer. God damn it!
Exactly. As funny as it would be for like Deadpool to just murder all the Kangs, it would be a slap in the face to everybody who's been watching, trying to see this storyline develop. Who actually care?
But who cares about Phase 4 right now? No one's a big fan of this Phase 4.
Dude.
So this is a great way of just being like, fuck it, and just killing. Again, they're never gonna do this, but this is how I would do it. Wait, hold on. We'll get Galactus, but his first movie as a villain will have him die off. Well, either will be taken by his daughter. Well, not where the hell. I could see that. I don't know. I just see Galactus as like a huge like threat specifically to Earth because Galactus's whole shit is like, hey, I really like eating planets and stuff. So that's a kind of big deal. Whereas Doctor Doom is like, I want to rule the world kind of thing. Like they should have started off with Doctor Doom. People have been clamoring for Doctor Doom.
Well, Doctor Doom, they probably will introduce Doctor Doom, but he'll be probably in the League of Villains.
But that's who you can replace with Kang. Just say Doctor Doom. He was a servant of Doctor Doom.
Because we're still waiting for them to really develop like their League of Villains bullshit.
Yeah, it's only been like 500 shows and like 2 movies, and we're still developing shit. I'm sorry, the MCU is just. I think people are getting sick of superheroes.
See, here's the thing. While I can come to an agreement with you that people are probably sick of superheroes based off of box office numbers and the way like
there will never stop being superhero movies, but I think like with the tying in universe stuff, like the MCU and stuff, I think people are getting tired. They want to see something different.
one thing is what can truly spark people's interest.
Fucking a Joker musical, because I can't
But
wait for that
Oppenheimer
shit.
and a Barbie movie.
Yeah.
But before we talk about these two beautiful movies, JJ wanted to talk a little bit about Berserk.
Yeah.
JJ, why do you want to talk about Berserk? What has happened?
Well, you had said that you read most of it, or I think where are you up to now? You're up to the Millennium Falcon arc.
Just started the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, just started the Millennium Falcon arc,
which I love
and
that name.
then that was like reminding me, like, oh yeah, Berserk. So that because I had like stopped reading, I come and go with reading Berserk because sometimes it just gets too dark and stuff. Where I'm just like, I need a little break, so I gotta read like Gintama for a little bit and hop back into Berserk and stuff. But I'm trying to finish up by the end of the month.
I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't think Berserk's that like. Is it because I'm like fucked up in the head? But I don't think it's that fucked up.
Yeah, well, you're probably desensitized. Because like, if you think like we have so many like edgy shows now that it's just like, Berserk was written in like the first chapter came out in 1989, so like now from our perspective it's probably not that edgy, but well, it's still fucking edgy because of the eclipse. I mean, that's pretty that's the most fucked up thing to probably happen in like a fictional work, in my opinion. Besides, like if you look up like some shock horror like Baby in a Blender thing, like that shit is just dumb. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, because the first arc of Berserk is the Black Swordman arc, and I'm trying not getting too spoiler.
Well, no, the first arc of the whole thing is
it's just guts.
Is Golden Age.
No, it's Black Sword. The first 8 chapters is Black Swordsman arc.
Well, no, it's not Black Swordsman arc. It's
it could not.
Is it called that because like it's just like one event where he's in that town.
He's in that kingdom where he fights the
king who like whose wife like
right. Yeah. That's the official first. I guess you could call it a mini arc or something, but it is technically an arc. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, see, it's
canonically,
Golden Age, Black Swordsman,
that's going
Millennial.
That's going canonically. I'm talking publication.
Oh.
Black Swordman arc is first. Yes, Golden Age is the first because it's literally the origin. But the point I was getting to before you were trying to fucking school me on something you don't know anything about.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna school you, bro, because you're wrong. You're stupid.
I'm not, but okay.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid.
So we start out when you first read Guts with Chapter 1 being in the Black Swordsman arc.
Actually, it's called Chapter 0.
It's no. No. Black Swordsman arc, you see this, like, Guts is just a pure fucking edgelord. He's like, I love pain, I love killing. And then, like, I can see why people are turned off by it, like, almost immediately, like, oh, is this gonna be the whole fucking manga? But then the Golden Age arc starts, which takes, like, 9 to 10 fucking volumes to go through. And it's just the backstory. It's just giant flashback.
It's 11 chapters. It's 11 volumes long.
Like, and you see what happens in the eclipse and all the fuck things that happen there, and you're like, that's why he's an edgelord kind of thing. That's pretty much every single Berserk character can be like, why are they so fucked
his
up?
Friends are murdered.
It's just stop.
This thing is so old.
Stop. No. Don't do that. Because people genuinely might want to experience Berserk at a first time show.
No,
like, I didn't know anything about the eclipse at all when I first read Berserk. I knew it was a thing. I didn't know what the fuck happened. And when I saw those images, I was like, oh wow.
You ever heard of the game Fear and
Fear and the RPG, right?
Yeah, Fear and Anger.
Yeah.
That's why like I feel very desensitized by this. or
right,
like
yeah, more
I'm
hardcore
like
shit has.
not because it's hardcore, but because it has very similar characters.
I haven't played the game, but
I've been reading a lot about the game and like the lore behind it. But the first game has a character who is who was written to be just like Griffith. But like if you don't get to that character in time within 30 minutes of starting the game, he'll die forever. But if you do reach him, he'll like reach a status that is similar to Griffith. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So like a lot of things in that's why like I feel like
what have you taken away from Berserk?
I
started yelling at you. Completely.
You know, I did like the Golden Age arc.
That's everyone's favorite.
I did
it's
like
the best one.
Well, yeah, because it's written so well. Like even just these highlights kind of give you like a really good idea of like how it goes. Like
don't read those if you want to avoid spoilers on screen. That's on them. That's on them.
Like I love the way that like they show Guts and Griffith's relationship and how it develops and how it changes dramatically due to Griffith's decision at the end of the arc. And you know it's really cool like seeing like you would think it kind of got that like you would think the guy who's like cladded in white and has like this stereotypically like heroic backstory would be the one to be the hero, but he's the one who ultimately does the bad thing.
Yeah, he takes the character trope of like the chosen one, but if the chosen one was gonna become like super evil, and stuff like that, like that's not much of spoiler. Like if you know anything about fucking Berserk, you know Griffin's the bad guy. But yeah, I love Guts' character development and like certain characters like Griffin and Cassia's relationship, and then Guts and Cassia's relationship, and all the other bands are like very well written characters. The whole thing is really well written. I will say, and probably everyone knows this, but I'm just gonna say it. Berserk is not for the faint of heart. So if any taboo subject is like, I don't want to see any media about that kind of thing, like let's say unaliving in Minecraft or brother and sister relationships or father and daughter relationships or any like violence, anything like that, Berserk's not for you. Like if you can't handle that stuff, Berserk's not for you. Do not pick it up. Don't pick it up at all. It tackles the subjects very well, but you know, it will touch on fucking everything.
I think my question to ask you, because it's something I've just been considering,
especially if you don't like child murder, because there's a lot of that.
Dude, there's
one arc specifically for that.
Dude, even in the conviction arc, specifically towards the part where they're in that like town with the tower, where like where everyone's becoming like demonic. Yeah, there's literally a shot of like 5 monster people eating a child. Yeah, I was like.
And you just have to.
I just kind of like sat there and just looked at it for a second. I'm like,
damn. And you're at the airport reading this, right? And you're like, I hope no one is.
No, I read this at work.
Oh, that's even worse. Hey, what you reading there? Oh my god!
Holy shit. So yeah, no, I mean I guess my biggest question is like, is there like, it's like have you ever played Bayonetta? Mm-hmm. There's the Angels. There's the Angels in the first game and only in the first game. Right. You play the second game, there's Angels and Demons. Are there angels in this? Other than the guys you meet in the conviction? Because they're not really, because they're using like demonic powers to be angels.
So there is an answer to that. But it's not.
Is it major spoilers? Is it after the conviction arc?
It's major spoilers, but you probably already read it because you didn't know it was non-canonical. But during the Golden Age arc, during the eclipse, the author in the magazine released chapter 83, which explains like what the devil is in the Berserk universe. And it's basically... how do I say it without spoiling it? Technically, it's not canonical because the author specifically said, I explained too much too quickly, and I don't want people to know that information right now. So in all releases physically of Berserk, like, it's not there. Like, that chapter is omitted because the author's like, I revealed way too much. I wanted to reveal that shit way later. I mean, the author's dead now, so and they're still continuing on, so who knows if they'll touch back on it. But basically, I mean, as well. Okay, just skip like or mute 3 minutes in or something. I'm going to explain real quick. Basically, Griffith meets the devil. It's a giant black heart, right? Did you read that chapter?
He met a heart?
He met a giant black heart. Okay, maybe you didn't read it.
No, what chapter? Okay. Is that during the Golden Age arc?
Yes, during the Golden Age arc. He's like going through his mental.
Oh yeah, he's like
it's a giant black heart, right? And the black heart is essentially in a way.
Well, there's devil. Like he's like in like a space where he's talking to like somebody who's like, I'm neither pulling like some Full Metal Alchemist bullshit where it's like I'm neither God nor the devil.
Yes.
I'm just this thing.
Right. Yeah. So basically, the concept of that is, humanity created evil to blame stuff on. So let's say this, right? Okay. So like a serial killer kills a bunch of people. People say like, why do you do that? And sometimes people just say, well, he's just evil.
Yeah.
So that concept goes into that black heart, and that's what creates demons and stuff. So humanity, in essence, created demons by just blaming their faults on evil.
Yeah.
And that's what creates it. So as far as that goes, I mean, I don't know. I haven't read the rest of it, but I think that's the answer to the heaven and hell debate. I think that there's just pretty much evil, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
it's not necessarily really cool like...
And, like, the reason why there's, like, swirls and stuff, like, why the void is the void, is because those are all the damned souls feeding into that, like, black heart, a.k.a. the devil.
Yeah.
And that's the most metal shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's like there's really no, like angels or anything. It's mainly just like evil shit.
It's like humanity's like concept, thoughts, and ideas that create evil shit because humanity is evil. So that's why there's not a lot of good. And when there is good, it's like a peasant woman or something like that. Yeah. But anyways, come back or unmute. Thumbs up. Blah, blah, blah.
Berserk's pretty cool, and
I mean the art is just.
And I'm surprised how long it takes for him to get the titular armor.
Oh, the Berserker armor?
Yeah, like the story's called Berserk, and he doesn't get like the titular Berserk armor until the fourth
chapter 220 or something like that. Yeah,
like the fourth arc, he doesn't get it. That's kind of crazy.
But that's not how I like to see Berserk. I like to see Berserk as like the characters and stuff like that, and like I don't look.
No, you don't think
it's the power up.
No, yeah, you're not looking for the fights.
Yeah,
I'm not either. I just find it crazy.
Yeah,
that like this guy has like a lot of ideas in his brain, and he can get an understanding of
Berserk's kind of like One Piece because everything pays off in the end.
Yo, relax. Nothing like One Piece.
Well, we'll see if it pays off, but
I mean, we'll see. Yeah, because the guy died.
Yeah, unfortunately. But what do you think? Greatest of all time?
I mean, I've only read so much of it. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm definitely leaning toward greatest of all time.
I can't say yes or no yet because like I think like the Golden Age arc is really good on its own.
Yeah.
And the Conviction arc is a really good follow-up to that arc with like exploring more of Guts and kind of showing a little bit of hope with Guts' new group that he forms the end of the or at the beginning of the next arc of the Millennium Falcon arc. But like so far it's really, really good, and I mean it's keeping me engaged way more than anything else I've read so far.
Yeah.
Like I also I've also been reading Zombie 100.
I read some of that. It was
and like it's good, but now it's gotten like super fucking stale.
Yeah.
So like reading Berserk and having an actually interesting like plot developments, especially in the Golden Age arc, like.
But do you understand now? When all the way back, this is a throwback to our edgelord tier list, how it's like Berserk's top, and you're like, you didn't disagree with me, but you were like, oh really? Why? And I'm like, I can't explain to you. Now do you understand?
Yeah.
This
Like,
man
it's
has
like
had everything evil.
he's super
Possibly,
edgy in the
yeah.
at the beginning of the conviction arc where he's
Yes,
and even
dude.
in the
And
first
I'm there for it, baby.
the first story beat where the
Yeah.
girl where he's with the little girl who just lost his dad and realized what kind of monster her mom was.
Yeah.
And he's just like, just fucking video game yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really that tired of it,
Yeah.
just
That's
do
like
it.
the beginning arc. He's like fucking to a child, nonetheless.
Yeah.
It's like fucking do it.
Do
buddy.
it, dude. Like, if you're so over it, do it.
But
So I think that's kind of crazy.
now, do you think, in your honest opinion, they could ever adapt Berserk other than manga? Because they've
I feel
tried.
like the problem is they're not getting people who are actually passionate to work on it.
I don't think that's true. I think it's mostly because of the content of Berserk is just so
I don't agree.
intense.
I don't agree. I don't think there's a
There's
I mean,
a
in
reason they
terms
keep
of-
skipping the Lost Children arc.
I mean, they've really never even. Where's the Oppenheimer and Barbie content? It'll come. It'll come.
We're getting there.
I don't think it has anything to do with like the goriness, because if that's the case, like,
I don't think
there's some fucked up shit.
honestly, I don't think it's the goriness. I think it's the psychological, like, whoa, that was pretty fucked up.
I mean, there's some weird fucking manga and anime out there.
But at the same time, like Game of
Like,
Thrones
they're
can exist
doing
on television.
Uzumaki. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're doing Uzumaki right now,
Mhm.
and that's just as creepy and weird.
I just think nothing will ever live up to the manga like other mangas. It's not.
No, and I mean, like, you look at some of the art.
I mean, let's be honest. The 2016 Berserk anime was 10 out of 10 golden material.
Yeah, sure.
That's the
What's the name of
hideous
the
CGI
what's the
one.
name of the mangaka?
Oh come on, Minuro.
Kentaro Minura. However you pronounce that.
We're not good with names.
I made a video on this on some of his art and on my personal channel where I referenced that, like, he made a lot of really cool backdrops, and that can be attributed to Asuka, whatever his name is. I'm not remembering right now, but like, there's very clear inspiration there. But he makes really good fucking backgrounds and detailed, like, environments that, like, it's insane.
Yeah.
And yes, that's probably really hard to replicate.
Literally, like, I think
anime.
there was like a story where like the author, once like digital came like the mainstay of like how to draw things and produce things and stuff, like they said he would like literally draw in like every pixel like possible. And you could see, because it's just so fucking detailed. Like the early chapters, like, we're really hyping it up. The early chapters, like the Black Swordsman arc, it's good art.
Like, look at this. Look at this.
And like you hit Golden Age, you're like, oh shit. And then you keep going further, and you're like, is his hand made of God?
Like, this is like really good.
God energy? Maybe not that one.
Can't show that on stream.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find like some other things he's like.
Do the Rager. Oh,
like shit.
Great.
I mean, like, even that looks pretty cool.
Just everything. There we go. Yeah, that's
Here's a good one where he like goes nuts.
Yeah.
And this is during the eclipse.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone should not read Berserk. If you are remotely sensitive to, I mean, look at that, even remotely sensitive to anything, don't read Berserk. And
no, I think Berserk is a very, if you like manga, it is probably a must.
Just know it handles dark subjects. It doesn't paint it in a very good light, because it shouldn't be painted in a good light. These are horrific events, and they're presented as horrific events. Nothing is ever like glorified or anything like that. Like, everything is very bleak, and it's very like that. But at the same time, with those subjects, it also like goes further into detail about like the philosophical like details of those subjects. I'm trying to be so.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah.
because like it's like, oh, look at them, they are best friends, and then the next panel is
Once
him
you learn
murdering all his
about
friends.
Griffith, and like when people say Griffith did nothing wrong, block those people out of your life.
Griffith is a terrible,
He's a little-
terrible person.
He's so bad.
But like you would think like he looks like
Yeah.
a good person.
Yeah, he looks
because,
like any protagonist.
he's very like he's like pretty
Yeah,
and like
and gay. Not canonically, but
but yeah.
yeah.
Berserk's good. I would recommend reading it even if you are a pussy.
I would not. I would huge content warnings for everything. For everything.
I don't know if you're gonna be reading something like this. I feel like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. I feel like if you look at an image of Berserk, like you should probably know,
like what you're getting into.
if you're gonna be into it or not. Anyways, besides all that weeb shit, what are we, anime
Yeah,
on the rocks?
fucking losers.
We don't even drink on this show anymore.
Yeah, we don't even drink on Anime on the Rocks because we're too lazy to figure out how to mix drinks.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with something just as not as dark?
Lighthearted.
Yeah, lighthearted in comparison to Berserk. The creation of the atomic bomb.
Which is humanity's eclipse.
Oppenheimer, JJ, I'm gonna ask you. What are your thoughts on
I thought it was
good
really
old
good.
Oppenheimer?
I think this is my favorite Christopher Nolan like historical pick, which I think he's only made Dunkirk and one other one maybe.
I can look it up. Keep talking.
Yeah. Oppenheimer. I mean, every famous white actor you know is in this movie.
Yo, you're
It's
it's
like-
so
It's
right,
almost like
though.
the MCU, you know, when like, oh, it's this character. Oh, but it's like for a white actor.
Dude. You probably saw it on TikTok. I will attribute this to my girlfriend. She's the one who brought it up. There is a scene in Oppenheimer where like one of the characters name drops JFK.
yeah.
Like they're making some sort of fucking
Is it the audio
biopic.
of the oh? Yeah.
Like some fucking stupid biopic
Yeah.
cinematic universe.
That's what I was thinking during
Like,
all those
so
reveals. I'm
dumb.
like, this is the MCU of like
my
the
girlfriend.
Oppenheimer extended universe.
My girlfriend sent me a TikTok that was like, you know how like the end of every Marvel movie they say like so and so will return, JFK will return. It was at the end of like the TikTok she sent me. So like,
That's good.
yeah. But no, you're right. Like every fucking white person you can think of under the sun is in this. Like
Yeah.
let's look right here.
Spoilers, they built the fucking thing.
Spoilers, they build the bomb.
Yeah.
So we've got fucking obviously
Cillian Murphy, he's
We've
fucking
got
awesome.
Emily Blunt.
She's awesome. Robert Downey Jr.
I did not know he was gonna be in this.
Really?
Straight up. I only started to know he was in this because he was doing like a lot of press tour stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why the fuck is he doing press tour stuff? Like, what is he
Yeah.
doing? And then he's doing press tours with Christopher Nolan.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he's in fucking Oppenheimer? And he is.
Yeah. I will say though,
What?
my one big criticism of the movie is you know, Cillian Murphy at the end where you see the close up of his face and then there's like a bunch of atomic bombs going after, like, oh my god, we created such a thing, and all of a sudden like the Robert Downey Jr. character goes, I can do you one better, and then he builds the Iron Man suit and literally kills everyone. That was like the worst.
My least favorite part of the end of Oppenheimer is when
Yeah.
he finally says, when it just stares off, when he stares off into the screen, it doesn't go, one eye, like the
face myself.
I wish it had the 2002 ending.
The Linkin Park song.
I wish it had more Linkin Park.
I hope someone edits that. As the,
I know. I knew this actor. That's Han Solo.
yeah, the young Han Solo.
Yeah. No,
Also,
that's Han Solo. That's
one
my
actor.
Han Solo.
He's not. The there's also one character from like The Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh yeah, Roderick.
Movies.
And
Yeah,
don't even.
Roderick's in
Why
there.
are you saying it like that? Like
Okay.
it's some sort of like a side.
Josh Peck?
Like you're like.
I
that's
kept
fucking
making jokes with the Josh Peck one to my girlfriend. I kept going like, "Where's the bomb, Drake? Drake, where's the bomb?"
Oh no, there was a really good TikTok that was
Yeah.
like Megan, why did you lock us out?
Yeah, but I mean, Oppenheimer's done incredibly well. I mean, it moves like a fucking mile a minute. It's like
I don't know. I feel like it was
more
actually
so in the beginning. Like they're like, yeah, this is early life. Okay, let's get to the bomb.
I actually thought it was very much.
I'm not even saying that's like bad pacing. I'm just saying like it moved at that speed or whatever. I didn't know he fucking tried to kill his fucking teacher though. Like,
that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was so.
He was like, "Nee, fuck you." And then he wakes up and goes, "Oh no,
kill him."
Yeah, he really did become death, destroyer of worlds.
There we go. No, yeah, I actually really thoroughly enjoyed the movie too. I think I will say this. I'll say this for a fucking fact. You know how you like to tell me like, Peter, you have to watch this in the way it was like made, and we're gonna go into. I feel like we can go into a very deep discussion about this, but I watched it in standard too, and it is very, very obvious that. It was
like, fuck you, watch this in IMAX.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer on my television. It's like, no.
Like there was one shot that I saw that that was like,
guess what?
Part of his head was cut off, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend didn't really notice it, but like it's still translated really well into like a widescreen.
Yeah.
But it is very clear.
No, Nolan has always been a big IMAX.
See, there's Roderick.
Yeah.
It's very clear that this movie was.
There's Drake.
Yeah, there's Drake.
Oppenheimer? Where are the nuclear codes?
So you see this guy right here? He's kind of off camera.
Yeah,
that's the guy from Sky High.
Wait, I thought that was the Green Goblin guy. I know the Sky High actor's in there, but also the Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2 is in there too.
But no. He's we just passed him.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
Speed run. Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone's in this fucking Ben Affleck's brother. What the fuck is his name?
Oh, Charlie?
I don't know.
Something with the C.
But Matt Damon was surprisingly like a funny character.
Yeah, it's almost like he's a good.
When the bomb when they were gonna drop the bomb, he's like, "If this doesn't work, I'm gonna hang you."
Yeah.
One of the guys, I thought that was such a funny line.
Or is it one of the lines like, "Do we still hang people?"
Yeah. What did you think of like
that? Oh, it's Albert Einstein.
Yo,
the cinematic reveal.
Dude, the cinematic universe of Albert Einstein, bro.
I can't wait for Nolan's Einstein fucking.
Leave Roderick on the screen. Absolutely not. I really liked the movie.
I liked it too. I would watch it again. Not immediately after, but
I think it was I know it's a very simple thing to do. But I really liked that he oh, sorry, I'm yawning right now.
Jesus Christ.
I really liked that he did the color scenes are of Oppenheimer's perspective, and the black and white scenes were mainly anyone else's perspective.
Color is subjective, black and white is objective.
Yeah.
Meaning black and white, what actually happened, or so history says. Color, the filmmaker's interpretation, aka Oppenheimer's interpretation, because this movie's based on Oppenheimer autobiography.
It wasn't
not autobiography.
It was a biography. Somebody else wrote it about his life.
A sex of Roderick? Are people thirsting over Roderick?
I mean, my girlfriend was. I'll tell you that. Every time he was on screen, she would squeeze my hand really tight.
I didn't even recognize him at all.
No, it doesn't look like Roderick at all. What'd you think of this? Me and my girlfriend thought they could have. Well, my girlfriend mainly. I don't think they should have, but she thought that they could take out Florence Pugh's character completely and save an extra 15-20 minutes.
No, because then we wouldn't be able to see her boobs.
So dumb. So dumb. I was saying that her character is important because, like, she's
because that was the
whole
drama of it. Was like he was still seeing her even during the marriage, and that's what when he was in that court, or you want to even call that court trial.
It wasn't a trial. It was a committee. It was a committee to see if he can get his clearance, his security clearance.
Yeah, and they were just like, "Oh, by the way, do you remember fucking
you kept
your
fucking
first
this?
wife?
You kept fucking this communist."
While
this known
his
communist,
new wife is in the background, and he just goes, "Oi, oi." That whole scene, though, where like I get from an artistic standpoint, or like not artistic, I guess that's a pretentious word. Where he's like sitting there, and then his wife just sees like his first wife fucking the shit out of him.
I was like, me and my girlfriend. I was
like, what?
So not many people were laughing in our showing, but there were multiple points in this movie where me and my girlfriend are audibly laughing really hard, where we shouldn't have, because like you're saying, he probably included scenes like that, like the one you're saying,
because it's supposed to be like
in an artistic way.
So all she sees is that whenever it's mentioned.
But to me and my girlfriend, we were just like, this shit's goofy. Like, this shit's so goofy.
It was a little goofy. I'll give you that. But did you know in the in one country, I don't know if it was China, India, whatever, in one of the releases, you know, when they're both sitting on opposite sides and they're both in like chairs and Florence Pugh is just fully naked.
Yeah.
Apparently in one of the countries they CGI'd a green dress on her and it looks really stupid.
Dude, I gotta see that. That sounds so bad. That sounds so fucking awful.
His brother though, I didn't understand in the bio, maybe in the book it explains it, but like why he was so insistent, like, can my brother come? Can my brother come? Can my brother come? He's pretty cool.
I think he just like, liked his brother a lot.
We're the U.S. government. Fucking no.
I think it had to do with the fact that, like,
man, you work for us.
Well, because he explains in the beginning of the movie that, like, they wanted to do stuff on this land together.
Yeah.
That they bought this land to do whatever they wanted. And they did it in India, and it was a black dress.
India, black.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry.
I think it was like, it's explained that like this land is, I think you have to do some interpretation where it's like, oh, they purchased this land together. There's some sort of like brotherly, like,
I don't know when you said
bond for this.
Yeah, sorry, when you said land, I remember this asshole in the theater goes. So it's during the scene where he's meeting Truman, and they paid Truman like a cartoon billing. He's like, yes. Fuck that! I decided to drop the bomb.
He really was like, blood's on your hand, buddy. I said do it. Like, how is there blood just on your hands, buddy?
Because
I'm
like,
also a murderer.
All the history classes and stuff. Maybe Christopher Nolan doesn't like Truman or something, but like in all the history classes that I've learned from, it's just like, oh, it was a very hard decision for Truman. You know, he racked his brain. But like in this one, he's like, we had to do it, man. They said they wouldn't surrender. But I like there was one scene where so they built that fake town, right? And they're like, oh, should we get rid of it? Should we build it? And like Truman's like, oh, maybe we should burn it, like keep it as a town. What do you think? And then
well, we should keep developing more weapons there.
Yeah. And then Oppenheimer goes, how about you give it back to like the Native Americans? And one guy in the back of the theater goes, oh boy. I was just like, man, come on, because you know at home he's thinking, man, that was some woke bullshit they just had to throw in there. It's like, motherfucker, like, shut the fuck up.
Bro, you just watched a movie about a potential socialist. Like, get the fuck out of here.
When he did that, oh boy, I saw a whole Ben Shapiro review in my head just then. It took me out of the movie. It's just like, Oppenheimer was good. However, the support for communism and socialism in this movie is not very, like, I could just see the whole review in my head.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's very important for the character because that's why I was saying, like, Florence Pugh's character is important because, like, she's a known communist.
Yeah.
So, like, for Oppenheimer to continue to leave base to meet a communist alone signals red flags to a bunch of American spies.
Imagine that, like, did you hang out with your communist ex-wife? stuff. Did you talk about communism? He's like, nah, I got that dog in me. He starts stabbing him. I'm like, yeah.
They're like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And Kitty's still in the background, just sitting there.
Sorry, honey.
No, and that's the thing. Like, he was associated with like so many fucking communists.
A lot of communists.
Like,
and even the professor in the
he's
beginning.
Like, what about it?
Yeah,
Like, are you fucking stupid?
The professor in the beginning is like, listen, just don't put that shit in your class, all right? And he's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know
what's going to happen to me.
Are they hunting commies now? Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
Poppy, yes, they are. Dude, he looks so nasty in this.
Shut up, dude.
Look at him. Look at him.
Are you Lizzo now? Are you body shaming?
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Lizzo. What the fuck is that?
He looks like a Batman villain.
Like what?
Because
Yeah,
he was
what the
one.
fuck? Oh my god.
Wait. Go back.
Which
Keep
one?
going.
This one?
No, one more.
Dude, you're talking about body shaming, bro. Look at you fucking goofing on the way he looks, bro.
You ain't exactly in the right frame of mind to be saying that either. Like the hair though. Not your hair, his hair.
Dude, my
Your
hair
hair
looks pretty good.
You can get yourself. Jack Quaid from The Boys.
Yeah.
I thought Homelander was going to come down and like,
I am the atomic bomb. Yeah, I thought
Oppenheimer, 9 out of 10, very, very, very good.
I like it. I think
Would recommend.
I think I will say this to kind of go on to a quick little tangent with you.
Explode into our next subject?
No, actually, not yet. We're gonna get to Barbie. Just give me a sec. We had this conversation personally, and I think we touched on it in a stream a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think for this movie that is being widely shown to a large audience due to the fact that like the Barbenheimer phenomenon, do you think it was a good idea for Nolan to make this in IMAX?
Yeah. That's what Nolan has done ever since the first IMAX cameras came out during the Dark Knight. He's been a major proponent for IMAX. It's like saying, like, do you think Wes Anderson should keep shooting a 4x3? That's the equivalent. It's like, yes, that's just his style. He just prefers to, or like between 4x3 that's like and you saying. That's like you saying, should we even film anymore? Let's just go all digital.
No. Because here's the problem with the IMAX. Yes, they're not formatting it correctly in standard. Whereas if you do a 4x3 or any other aspect ratio, it's formatted properly even on a standard widescreen.
But guess who only notices that? My dad and all other dads across the country watching this, guarantee you, didn't even fucking notice.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
Like, so out of all the people, let's say, all right, 100% of people watch Oppenheimer, right? Probably 10% us notice that.
I gotta watch that.
Everyone else doesn't give a shit.
I gotta watch that Doodle video again because he makes a very good point where it's like, yeah, artist creativity, but then also, how are you going to get people to watch your film if they can't watch it properly?
Well, that's like with anything. That's like, oh yeah, just read Berserk. Oh, you have a lot of issues with like violence, essays, stuff like that. Just read it anyways. It's like, no.
Well, I think there's a difference between the content of the movie or product you're trying to like get into versus the way it's formatted. Because there's people that are like, I can tell my brother to read Berserk all day because I know he would actually like Berserk. Yeah. But I can never get him to read it. Right. He needs to watch it. Yeah. Like, I could never get him to read Chainsaw Man. But he's able to enjoy it because he's playing it. He's watching it. Same with The Last of Us. Same with The Last of Us. Like, my brother would never play The Last of Us because it's a single player game that he doesn't enjoy. He's a multiplayer game person, but he's enjoying it through a different medium. Obviously, that's very different compared to like formatting versus different mediums.
Yeah.
But the idea, what I'm trying to say, the concept is still the same.
I never want to prevent a filmmaker from. I never
I
want to tell
I agree with you.
You can no longer shoot in IMAX.
Yeah, I agree. You. It's just it's a very it's obviously it's double-edged sword.
A certain audience will appreciate it. I guarantee you, other audience people don't even know what's happening.
No, you're right.
Like my girlfriend. So speaking of Barbie, so what really annoyed me in Barbie, in our showing of Barbie was standard, was it was fucking letterboxed.
Oh, you got fucked. You guys didn't get out of the theater and complain?
No.
Why?
Because she really wanted to see it, and it was the Dolby Theater. So I didn't
should have fixed
anything.
It. Because that what happened to me. I went to go see No Time to Die.
Guess who's the only one who noticed? Me.
When I went to go see No Time to Die, me and my brother had that same thing happen. And when we left, we both feel like we got ripped off.
Yeah.
Like you should have.
I was pretty.
You should have.
I was still invested in the Barbie movie. Like I didn't like.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Should have complained for that.
No.
That's
you know why I did?
Get up and complain.
Because
then you'll just get it back and it'll be fixed.
Hold on. But every other showing of Barbie was pretty much for the most part, and we had 3 people with us. So me, Steph, and her friend. If I had complained and they had moved us to a different screening, I don't think they could do it in that day.
They wouldn't have moved the screening. They would have fixed the formatting. That's what they would have done. They would have gone up and fixed the formatting. I remember I used to work at a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like that's how they do it.
All right. Fuck.
But when me and my brother really like noticed and cared, it was at a point where it was like we're already in too deep to ask for them to change it now.
Because I brought that up to my girlfriend. I'm like, it was weird how it was a letterbox. She's like, what is that? And I'm like, because it didn't fill up the entire screen. It was like a square. There were like 2 black bars, and she was like, oh, I didn't. What?
Yeah, it could have been the whole screen. But I think I've told this story on the podcast. But some dude went to go see The Art of Defense on Mark.
Oh
Zucker, not on Mark Zuckerberg. Mark. The fuck is his name? Mark Sandberg. Social Network.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter. Some dude came up to me when he was watching the movie. He's like, "Hey, the movie's in like there's a lot of black bars on the side. So I would widescreen it." And I'm like, "No, that's how the movie was made."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, okay," and then went back inside the theater. Because like we can fix that. Like it's a thing in the theater that they can fix. Andy Samberg is the guy from Lonely Island.
Yeah.
Well, that's not who I'm talking about.
Right.
So why'd you say Andy Samberg?
Because I don't know.
We've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so it makes sense.
Andy Samberg is.
But Barbie, you're gonna hate me for this. I liked Barbie way more than Oppenheimer.
Yeah, no, I know you were gonna say that because you have
poor taste.
No,
just fucking say it.
No, because you like more fun. You like to have fun.
Not that I like to have fun. I like this movie more. I think Oppenheimer is really fucking good. Personally, I don't think it's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
No, I wouldn't say that. No.
That will always and forever go to The Dark Knight.
Memento.
I know you like probably his more artsy fartsy stuff, but
Memento's not artsy fartsy.
The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, while it is mainstream, is probably the best superhero movie next to Spider-Man 2.
Next to
you're like, don't even put those 2 movies together, you fucking idiot.
Next to Spider-Verse. Spider-Man 2 is very fucking dated. And I know we got nostalgia for
Spider-Man 2 dated. No, Spider-Man 2 is like surprisingly still holds up.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No,
I've watched it recently. It holds up, bro.
Yeah, and I did too, and I was like, whoa. This is pretty
so wacky. I liked Barbie. I think
Well,
Barbie.
you like Spider-Man 2. That's all cheesy and corny, and so it's
Dude, sometimes you
Barbie.
need cheesy and corny.
That's why you like Barbie.
Yeah, dude. Why do you think I
Oppenheimer.
fucking love like Resident Evil games? That's
Exactly.
just so corny.
Like, I know you're passionate.
So fun.
Yeah.
So goofy, but also really dark. Like this movie has like
kind of dark too.
The movie has a lot, not like dark, but a lot of serious like themes.
Yeah.
And I think I like it a lot. Like
that guy in my Oppenheimer screaming, he would have hated Barbie.
Oh my god! See, I feel like a lot of, especially men, are getting the wrong idea of what they're trying to tell us about men.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a conversation that me and my girlfriend had, where she kind of didn't like that was the idea that comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what this movie was really trying to say about men is not that they're evil and terrible. It's more so that like a lot of men feel like they aren't being chased after, being the ones pursued, because it's a very stereotypical, the man chases the girl. And that's what he tries to do the entire fucking movie until like Ken becomes like the overlord of Kendom.
Yeah.
But like at the beginning, like Barbie doesn't give him the fucking time of day. And it's not like she has to give him the time of day, but it's very clear that like they're just using the Kens.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't directly the same way that the Kens use the Barbies.
Yeah, it's a little weird messaging there. It's a little... Because I get where your girlfriend's coming from. Because it's just very much like... They do kind of treat the men in this movie like stupid. Because they're all...
I mean,
stupid.
Look, men are stupid. Let's be real. Men are dumb. We can be stupid fucking people.
Yeah, but if this movie is preaching for feminist ideals, and eventually it gets there to like both parties should respect each other. But obviously, it's a Barbie movie. It leans more toward like the female side.
Well, because Ken learns the toxic
that the patriarchy isn't about horses. And that's bullshit. Should be.
The thing is, see, I disagree with that. Ken is a high value man. He supports Barbie completely, but she didn't give him the time of day because, to be fair, like I said, she doesn't have to give him the time of day. She's not asking for the attention that Ken is giving her.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, Ken's kind of like, the Kens are kind of just like,
but as much as
liking me, and I'm like, all right, cool.
As much as we're like criticizing all that, like both the real world in this movie and the Barbie world are just like, they're not our world, and it's not pretending to be our world. You know, it's a very like everything is pretty much on the nose the entire time.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
with the messaging.
Look, women,
like the opening is like
women are oppressed. Barbie didn't save women.
Right.
Women are still have difficulties in the world.
But like it's like the opening with like the female politician. It's like, even though I'm emotional, I can still run for office, and that makes me an even more better politician. Like no one in the real world would say that out loud, and in the real world,
because
no one would say any of the things they say out loud either.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like what I thought was really weird.
So like was like conservatives to take this ultra seriously. It's like obviously the movie is just being loose and fun with it.
Yeah,
like this isn't like a indoctrination of the children.
Absolutely, I think the movie tells two great stories on like what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man.
Yeah, the funniest part in the movie
what it means to have a relationship. You know, like clearly Ken and Barbie, spoilers, don't get together at the end.
Well, the funniest part is when like at the very end he's like finally, and he like goes to switch her. She's like, I don't think you're getting that's not happening in the movie. And he's like, we're supposed to, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, like what's Will Ferrell's character's like, oh, they get together, and everyone's like, no, that's not the lesson that should be learned here. Like Ken should learn that like he shouldn't need Barbie's validation.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like he should just be happy with who he is. And the reason why he's upset is because he feels like he needs this validation from Barbie, because he puts so much effort into doing things for her and trying to appreciate her, and he feels like she's not valuing him, which is why like one of the lines
he has to find his self-worth.
Exactly,
but he's putting all his effort, like what you're saying,
into Barbie.
Yeah,
and I think it's very.
Oh, did you know? the old lady that she sits across the bench to. Yeah, that's the
my
daughter
girlfriend
of the,
told me. She was like, "Oh, did you know?" I'm like, "No, I didn't."
Wolverine
Like,
Scream Up. It's the daughter of
the thing is, though, I feel like
lady who invented.
I think the problem with that scene is that there's a lot of you need a lot of context for that. You need someone to like tell you.
Yeah.
Like you would have never gotten that, and then it would have been really awkward.
It's an
to,
MCU reveal.
Literally,
Yeah.
like for that, you would have.
I was
because like it holds on for a while.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that,
it's like
it's kind of like who the fuck is she talking to?
So like me and my girlfriend, we tried to watch The Crown, right? We don't know anything about the royal family or anything like that. And they have a lot of those like, autobiography film moments where it's just like, or biography film moments where it's just like, now this is an important person. And we both look at each other like, I guess
I don't know who
someone's
the fuck
important.
that is.
Yeah. But my girlfriend did know. That's why.
And I feel like it's the same thing here with Barbie. Where it's
I liked all the humor. It was pretty funny, honestly.
Dude, this movie was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I was laughing so hard in the theater with my girlfriend. We both found this movie very funny.
I loved Ken steals the show for me. He's just so Ryan Gosling
just fucking nails it as Ken.
Where it's to the criticism of the movie. I mean, even though I really like Ken, he kind of almost steals the show from Margot Robbie in some points.
I don't think so. I think when they're together, yes, I feel like Ken does kind of like outshine Barbie a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like when Barbie is on her own and does her own things, she is just as phenomenal in the movie. I feel like she does Margot Robbie does a really good job portraying like a person who's kind of seeing the world with a new lens and breaking down from this like kind of not ignorant but more so like innocent worldview.
Yeah.
Because she like when she meets the Bratz versions, those are literally the Bratz. The 4 girls, they're all named after the Bratz dolls.
Are they actually?
Yeah. They're all named after the Bratz dolls.
That's really funny. I didn't know.
So when she meets them, like seeing her kind of like see that realization of the world, and even the very last line where she's like, "I'm here for my colonoscopy," or whatever.
She's seeing a
gynecologist.
Yeah,
she's going to go see her gynecologist, and my girlfriend really kind of made me understand what that means. And it's like Barbie's excited to see it. You know, most people aren't excited to go see their gynecologist.
Yeah.
But Barbie, because she's so willing to see life differently from her perfect world that she grew up in, she's so excited to see this because she doesn't, not that she doesn't care about how she looks, but she's willing to embrace the imperfections in her life.
Yeah. I just loved when Ken takes over, right? And it's a bunch of dudes and they're all drinking beer. They're not actually drinking it. They just go like that.
Yeah. I thought the drinking thing was really funny. I love the opening being like 2001
Space Odyssey.
That was so funny.
That was. But like when they're doing that, Ken goes, if you really think about it, like I think horses evolved into men. I think we're descendants of like horses. And it's just like, oh, you're making fun of Joe Rogan right now with the ape stuff. I'm like, yeah, all right. It's also funny that the sex education people are in.
That's what my girlfriend was saying. She was like, "Yeah, the sex education people are in this." I'm like, "I've never seen sex education."
It's a pretty good show, actually. You should give it a watch.
Yeah, so these 4 girls are all the Bratz.
That's
funny. They're all named after the Bratz.
I love that.
Girls.
That's perfect.
Ken does such a good like Ryan Gosling really does like overall take the show.
Yeah, I mean he has a whole music number.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie doesn't have a music number.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. What did you think of? Let's see if we could find him on here. Let's see if he shows up. Alan. I
thought he was great. I find it funny that he has the canonical kill in the movie. When he with the shovel.
It was so funny.
Who?
He murdered somebody. He committed a fucking murder.
A fucking crime in front of the TV screen.
I don't think this is Greta Gerwig's best movie. She's obviously made better movies. I think Little Women and Lady Bird are definitely her best movies. But I think for a movie like this that is clearly being shown, it's clearly made for a wider audience.
Yeah.
I think she took her more like quote unquote like progressive themes and really portrayed them really well.
Well, I'm surprised that Mattel and Warner Brothers greenlit this shit at all, because like
they even trash on Mattel.
The last like real end scene of this movie, besides the gynecologist thing, is like Barbie facing her creator and being like, do I become a regular person? What do I do? And this is a whole philosophical thing of like what a woman is, you know, like us mothers, we stand so our daughters can be at awe at us and stuff like that. And it's just like, how did this make it into a major motion picture? Like this type of dialogue
picture that is being
about a doll,
being marketed
about
to
a toy.
A wide audience. Like it's Barbie. You're not making this. Isn't like Oppenheimer.
right. It's Oppenheimer for women.
Like,
it's
not
like,
even.
It's like Berserk is for men, and Nana is for women.
That's too funny.
Nana is Berserk for women.
We waited a long time to watch this. I was in Spain recently.
Yeah.
And we wanted to go watch a movie, or we were thinking about watching a movie in theaters, and Jenny, my girlfriend, really wanted to see Barbie, and we didn't want to watch it because it was only in Spanish, and we were like, my girlfriend can speak Spanish and understand it, but the thing is, we really were like, we want to hear Margot Robbie, and Ryan Gosling. We don't want to hear fucking dubs. But no, yeah, dude, like they do such a good job. But I guess my biggest question is, do you
know Dua Lipa was the mermaid?
Was she?
That's what I said.
Oh.
And Megan Thee Stallion did not Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo did the song in the beginning.
Oh yeah, now that's not looking good. That's bad.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find just Margot Robbie's Barbie.
Probably in the beginning.
No, it's not. It's actually Ken.
Oh.
But
I like how every single character is named Barbie though. Every single.
Oh yeah, the end credits where all of them are just Barbie, Ken. Yeah. That's really funny. Mm-hmm. So that way they can just be like, yeah, I played Ken in Barbie.
Yeah.
And it's like, which one? It's like Ken. What do you think of the fact that they're now gonna make
how
a bajillion
Mattel
different
and Warner Brothers learned the wrong lesson in all of this, and they're gonna make a Uno movie? How the fuck do you make a Uno movie in a world? You better say Uno or draw 4.
That's the thing. I don't even know, man.
Well, they're making a Polly Pocket one, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
or one of that. I don't know.
Polly Pocket. Yeah. I feel like you're right. Like they learned the wrong lesson because, like, what makes this movie so good is because it was made in a similar way to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
The director was just told make a movie, and just happened to have Barbie.
Warner Brothers is on fire right now. They're like, whatever, just fine, whatever, just ship the fucking thing.
And then they're also, I think, another big question.
And
first
thank
off,
God for the recasting, because you know who's originally.
Yeah, Amy Schumer. She wanted to make it like ugly Barbie, and Barbie was like ugly and awful and like terrible. But yeah, I'm glad Greta Gerwig made a good fucking movie.
Female empowerment movie is that.
Greta Gerwig made a good fucking movie. That's all I'm saying.
I even love the when Margot Robbie in the movie, she's like, I'm ugly crying, and then like the narrator is like, Warner Brothers we here at Warner Brothers acknowledge that Margot Robbie is not in fact ugly and not really good.
It's not a good casting if you want to portray an ugly person.
Something like that. Yeah.
That was really funny. Yeah. I think another bad lesson that the industry is learning from Barbie and Oppenheimer is the Barbenheimer phenomenon. They are now trying to do,
Brothers, and it's like,
but it was so natural.
Perfect marketing.
Like it was natural. Yeah. It wasn't like the studios thought of this.
Well, they might have though, because
like
they started like the Barbie like promotion thing like January of I don't know if it's this year.
No, but nobody really thought of. I honest to God doubt.
I think
they
realized
how
someone pointed out, "Hey, Oppenheimer and Barbie are in the same thing." I think Warner Bros. Went, "Oh motherfucker, let's fucking go. We're gonna sell it."
I don't know. I feel like they were probably.
You think okay?
I think they were worried. I think they were because I feel like we understand the internet way better than a bunch of old people in suits all day.
Maybe not marketing though. Marketing could.
Marketing
always.
You think that, but then you see them fucking marketing. Then you see that Elemental's marketing fucking tweet.
Yeah, true.
Like these marketers are not that smart.
Yeah.
Like they're smart and like they do understand like what people are going to be drawn to.
Yeah. They leaned
but
into
I
it,
don't
though.
think. Yeah, obviously they definitely leaned into it because they saw how big it was going to be. Because these two movies have single-handedly almost saved the summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
Because of just how big.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is pissed.
Because you know what because Tom
as much as I jumped off of a fucking helicopter, and they're preaching feminism.
As much as Mission Impossible probably is a really good, awesome, another fucking successful action movie. Like the marketing behind it just wasn't there because it was being overshadowed by the tidal wave of internet losers talking about Barbenheimer. And the problem is...
And there really is no rhyme or reason. Like, that's what marketing teams have to understand. The internet will catch something on and you'll
you know what this reminds me of?
Why the fuck do they like this?
Well, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal being released on the same day 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, that also gave massive sales to both games.
Yeah.
Because both games, drastically fucking different, but somehow had the exact same audience.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you've got fucking Paw Patrol and fucking Saw 12 or whatever tweeting at each other being like, oh, 12, 3 tickets to fucking Saw, please, coming from the Paw Patrol fucking Twitter.
Do it immediately after a
we could see it. We could see it, and we don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It has to come naturally. That's what makes
tweets
Barbenheimer
with that,
so good.
and people just being like, "There's no fucking way I'm seeing Paw Patrol."
Yeah, like there's, and the other thing is like there's clearly a lot of love being shown to both of these projects. Like even listening to you would be surprised. Like I don't know about surprised. But like with Barbie, it feels like, oh, the cast loves each other because the movie's upbeat and happy, and there's this idea that like the cast probably really likes each other in a MCU kind of way.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that they are because the movie shows that the cast had a good time making what they made because there was actual effort put into it. I watched The Flash. I don't think anyone enjoyed going on set. I don't think a single fucking person had fun.
Fest.
No. Yeah. But with Oppenheimer, somehow you can tell all of them were really excited to get up and work.
A lot of white dudes who are really into history were like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. It shows that you need movies that are passionate. And I'm just shocked that there probably is somebody in those fucking marketing teams, in those pitch meetings that are like, but is there going to be love behind this? Is there going to be somebody who actually gives a shit? And it feels like nobody's listening because that's the reality of these films. Why did these films do so well? Because the audience loves it. And the creators loved making it. You know what they say? Big YouTubers say this. I'm going to put our webcam on. Big YouTubers say this. They say if you don't love what you're creating, you're never going to get an audience. Because the audience can tell if you're actually having a good time or if you're just trying to fucking grind and get views. Yeah. If you actually just make a video or draw something or write a book or make a blog or anything out of passion, people are going to love it. People are going to enjoy it. But if you just do it for the money, the hype, why do you think people don't respect crypto? Why do you think people don't respect the fucking NPC TikToks? Because it's very clear that they're doing it for a grind. It's not there's no real passion behind it. Yeah. But then you see artists that are trying really hard. You see movies like Barbie and Oppenheimer. You see the kid who made the fucking Lego Spider-Verse thing, and he's a very popular YouTuber. Yeah. Because of that, and blows up to be part of film. those are people that are passionate and care about the craft they're making, that gets people to be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch that guy because that guy's passionate. That guy gives a shit. It's the same thing with like The Last of Us. Like a lot of people were like, Last of Us is gonna be fucking trash. Video game fucking movies all suck. It's never gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then you watch it, and while yes, there are things that I disagree with and I don't like about the show, at the end of the day, I could tell that the creators fucking loved this, like loved making this.
Yeah.
Enjoyed making the show. And I watched like their director's cuts and their director's commentary on each episode. It is very clear that Neil Druckmann and the showrunner, I'm forgetting his name, fucking loved making The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So like, that's why those things are successful. It's not, oh, it's a video game, we gotta fucking watch it. Oh, it's Barbie, we gotta fucking watch it. Oh, it's Christopher Nolan's next movie, we gotta watch it. Because that's the case, everyone would have went to go see fucking Tenet, and no one did.
Yeah.
So like, fuck you if you think like names actually draw people in, because they don't fucking draw people in. It's the passion behind the project. Fuck, even somehow the Super Mario Bros. Movie shows that there's some fucking level of passion that the animators had for the movie, because it looks amazing. The story is not too bad, and the acting is overall pretty good.
They also have the giant benefit of literally making a movie about the most famous fucking video game character.
No, yeah, but
world.
You could say that, but like one of the biggest franchises in the world, the MCU, has been having shitters nonstop.
Well, yeah, because
constant garbage.
They're making movies called The Marvels. And
well, people were like, "Oh, let's get hyped
Invasion.
for the dark. Let's get ready for Doctor Strange." Like people like Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange isn't like a global. When you think superhero, you don't first think of Doctor Strange. You think of Batman, Superman.
No, but I'm saying now, like nowadays, those are staple names. Like you wouldn't think people would know Doctor Strange.
Mostly MCU fans, we still get lost in the sauce because general audience people, maybe your mom and dad don't. They're like, who's the wizard guy?
Well, they know about it. They know
the wizard.
That's better than them not understanding ever.
Where it's like you show a Mario, you show Mario's hat, and they're like, "Oh, that's fucking Super Mario right there." You show like Doctor Strange's like gauntlet, and they're like, "Is that Hellraiser?"
Is that Hellraiser? But my point is like, there's got to be passion behind these films.
Well, obviously,
and
that's the brand also plays a huge factor in people.
But would you have gone to see an Amy Schumer Barbie? Answer me. Would you have gone to see that?
Me?
No, because there probably would have been no passion behind it. I think that's like, as much as like you can't tell immediately if there's passion for stuff like Barbie and Oppenheimer, you can tell that there's just like a level of care and respect that the creators and all aspects, the writers, the directors, the actors, the camera people, everyone, the set designers, the costume designers, there's a level of passion that's there that you can tell from the marketing. But that's not what they're pushing. They're just pushing like, this is Christopher Nolan's next movie. This is Barbie. It's a fucking household name. How could you not want to see that?
But overall, I think Barbie's good.
After my giant rant about making passionate movies, Barbie's pretty fucking good, guys. It's pretty good.
It's probably like a 7 for me. Like it's good. It's like really good because it's like, how is a Barbie movie like have this much care and potential into it? But like as a like film on its own, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So nothing groundbreaking, but like
it's not groundbreaking.
It's really good for what it is.
Yeah. It's way
Which
too
is
good.
a movie about a toy, about a doll.
Yeah, it's way too fucking good. That's gonna be the thing though. This opened up a can of worms.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're now gonna get
hungry hippos. How hungry can they get?
You know what's the problem? You know what's the thing that's gonna happen? There's going to be this is gonna be the next superhero craze.
Board games, can't wait. The board.
You know why?
Universe.
You know why I think that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Because they might actually do it. I am praying that they'll actually get people who are passionate to make these movies.
I guarantee fucking to you they will not.
Problem is, and there's no one available in Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's striking.
Because these fucking losers.
They want more money?
More
what a bunch of
money?
dweebs.
Yeah.
You guys are so rich making your super famous movies, right?
Yeah.
Come on, you stupid fucking writers. How can you not be rich, you
I
dumb
want my
fucks?
MCU properties. Why are you holding all that up?
Yeah, you assholes. So, yeah. JJ, is there anything you want to talk about before we go? Any long tangents like me? Oh wow, you just ended the stream because you had to show skin.
Sorry about that, lady, because we probably are predominantly male audience. Right?
Yeah, you know, we definitely have a lot of women in our chat.
My girlfriend's not watching.
Sorry to hear that. So JJ, what are some other things you want to say? I feel like we kind of covered a lot of good bases. I think due to my passionate speech and the fact that we talked about this for like an hour, like I think we both really like these movies. We really like the marketing behind it. We like that they both came out at the same time. There's a lot going for this.
I can't wait to see Ninja Turtles. I'm so fucking hyped for Ninja Turtles. You have no idea. It looks so fucking good.
You're excited. JJ, when is your next comic book news show going to come out?
Next Tuesday. I'll probably do like a giant catch-up thing. I mean, we just got a bunch of Fantastic Four news, so we'll probably get some more over the weekend. There's nothing. I guess I could talk about Secret Invasion and stuff. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to talk about for the comic book.
All right, so possibly next week.
Next week, Tuesday for sure. If like nothing's going on news-wise and stuff, then I'll just talk about something I really like on the comic corner thing.
I will be having a new gaming news, your gaming dip news show. I will have one available tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably Monday or Tuesday. It's a long one. It's a long one because I've been gone for 2 weeks, and a lot of news came out. So a lot of talk about. I still have to. I'm going to probably work on it.
Also,
this guy leaves my house
at the end of the month. We got a little upload surprise for you fellers.
Oh yeah, is that finally going to come out?
Yeah. Setting up an editing schedule for next week. So
good.
By the end of the month.
All you need to know is that this was so fucking funny to make, and the fact that we were able to ad lib but still connect our ideas to make an actual like kind of low, like not an amazing fucking story.
Amazing lore.
Oh, okay, yeah. Amazing lore.
Yeah.
But we were able to connect our stories somehow and make it work.
Yeah.
Ad-libbing and improvising. It's a lot of fun. I think you guys will really like it. I'm really excited to see what you do with it, and I can't wait to show it and watch it. So check those out on my personal channel. I'm going to try to come out with one video this month and then another video for next month on 2 different movies or 2 different things, Bridgerton and La La Land. So check those things out. JJ, anything on your personal? No, that's all right. That's all right.
I'm drawing. I get into spurts where I'm like, yeah, content, and then like right now this month has been like my.
Hey, everybody needs time to like take a break, and
because not only am I playing Skyrim now, but I'm also reading Berserk, and then I'm also playing Shovel Knight on the side. What do you mean you're welcome?
Because you said you haven't read Berserk in a little bit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
but
I read it before you.
No, but you're welcome for bringing it back into it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're welcome.
I'm
for
also like
back into it.
I'm also reading Katama, and Katama's a lot of fun. I thought I wouldn't enjoy it, but like I'm really enjoying Katama.
That's good.
Because it's just because I hate anime and manga humor.
I hate anime too.
Yeah, I mean on the stream, obviously.
Anime sucks.
We barely even talk about it. We didn't even talk about the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen or nothing.
What's there to talk about?
Are we really anime on the rocks? Or are we?
Well, we're garbage take right now.
Are we?
Yeah, we're garbage take.
God damn it!
This is not anime on the rocks at all.
Sorry,
it's garbage take.
Whoops.
Fucking idiot. So yeah, I guess JJ might have something next month. We'll see, but yeah, we're both working on stuff, and we're trying to put it out there for this channel especially. So thank you guys for watching. In terms of the live stream, we will see you guys next week. We'll figure out a time. We're trying to do either Tuesdays or Thursdays. We'll figure it out, and then you'll see us then. But we don't know what we're going to talk about next week. I have no fucking clue.
I'm definitely talking about Ninja Turtles.
Oh, you're going to talk about Ninja Turtles. Okay, so probably just JJ. Kind of like our Final Fantasy 16 stream, where JJ's the only one talking.
Where I will be talking about the movie, and then you'll just be like asking in general, just being like, what do you think about this Ninja Turtle thing or this Ninja Turtle thing? And I could, like, with Final Fantasy, I will talk endlessly about Ninja Turtles. I'm a useless encyclopedia of Ninja Turtle logic.
I believe it. I definitely believe that. So,
you know what I believe? I believe that we should end this.